Well, hi, everyone. I'm Brad Free here at Santa Anita, where on Saturday, the action includes a pair of $100,000 stakes races at a mile and 1/16th on the main track. They are both grade threes and they both have small fields. Race number 4 is the Affirmed Stakes for 3-year-olds. Race number 6 is the Precisionist Stakes for 3 and up. Both grade 3 races attracted a field of only 5, and you may wonder why the short fields in the 3-year-old stakes races in California. Well, it's quite clear because there are more races around the country for 3-year-olds than there are 3-year-olds to run in them. And out in California, once the Triple Crown season is done, the number of opportunities for 3-year-olds on the main track dwindles to a bare minimum. The $100,000 Firm Stakes is race number 4, Saturday at Santa Anita, and post time is 2:30 Pacific time. Also post time 2:30 Pacific, 5:30 East Coast time happens to be the $500,000 Ohio Derby at Thistledown. So if you have a good 3-year-old, you can run him for $100,000 at Santa Anita, or go to Thistledown and run for $500,000. And that's exactly what a pair of California shippers have done. IRAP and Sorry Eric, who could be in the Affirmed, they have shipped to Thistledown for the big money. Now, the same thing is going to happen next month at Los Alamitos when the next 3-year-old dirt stakes is run, the $200,000 Los Alamitos Derby on July 15th. That very same day at Indiana Grand, the $500,000 Indiana Derby. And 2 weeks later, the $600,000 Jim Dandy. The point is this: there is more money to be made on the road than there is out in California, and that is the reason for the small field in the Affirmed. Well, the Affirmed is led by an overwhelming favorite. Number 2, Battle of Midway, is the 4-5 favorite in the Affirmed Stakes. And frankly, if you can get 4-5, that might qualify as a significant overlay. You know about Battle of Midway. I've been talking about this colt on this very segment since before he ever made his career debut. He has won 2 out of 5, earned nearly $500,000, and finished third last time out in a pretty good race. It was the first Saturday in May, and he finished third in the Kentucky Derby behind Always Dreaming and Looking at Lee. That was the most recent start for Battle of Midway. He's returning from a short break. He's been training well here at Santa Anita for Jerry Hollendorfer, and he basically lays all over the field. Now, has the Derby been a productive race? Well, you be the judge. Taprit came out of the Kentucky Derby to win the Belmont Stakes. Classic Empire came out of the Kentucky Derby to finish second in the Preakness. McCracken came out of the Derby to win a grade 3, and Irish Warcry came out of the Derby to finish second in the Belmont Stakes. I'd say the Kentucky Derby was a pretty good race. And the field that Battle of Midway faces on Saturday in the Affirmed, well, it pales in comparison to the Kentucky Derby field. The second choice in the race is the horse on the bottom, and he's kind of intriguing from a pace perspective. I'm referring to number 5, Arms Runner. 2 for 2, both his races were down the hill at Santa Anita, a maiden win followed by a stakes win on grass. He's a sibling to Calculator, and he is sired by Overdriven, so there's no reason at all to expect that Arms Runner will not handle the switch to the main track. If you look at the trainer stats of Peter Miller, and over the last 5 years, in graded stakes races going sprint to route, Miller is 1 for 29. That might be reason enough to take a stand against Arms Runner, except for this. That stat is completely bogus, and here's why. Most of those sprint to route graded stakes runners, it was just Miller taking a shot. 25 of them went to post at odds of 7-1 or higher. None of them won. Only 4 of them went to post at 6-1 or less, and 1 of them won. Arms Runner is the 9-5 second choice on the morning line in the Affirmed Stakes. He probably is the speed of the field. If Norberto Arroyo puts this colt on the lead, he has a chance to wire the field. I'm not sure if he really wants to go this far, and I'm not sure if he can run as well on dirt as he has on grass. That's why my second selection in the race, really being creative here in this 5-horse field, is number 4, Term of Art. I kind of like this colt, and I always have, but he has yet to put it all together. He's had the race shapes working against him. He's a deep closer, and he needs the pace to come back to him, and that has not recently happened. One of these days, this guy's going to get some speed to run at it. He's going to spring an upset. He's the 9-2 second choice on the morning line. My second choice, top selection in the Affirmed Stakes, race number 4 at Santa Anita. I think Battle of Midway is a complete and total standout. All right, the second stakes race on Saturday is race number 6, also at a mile 1/16th. And trainer Bob Baffert is absolutely loaded in the older male division. Arrogate is pointing for the Pacific Classic this summer at Del Mar. Cupid came off a layoff and won the Gold Cup. Baffert has Collected and Cat Burglar in the Precisionist Stakes. Collected is the 4-5 favorite on the morning line. Cat Burglar 9-2 third choice. Baffert also has Danzig Candy, who went to Lone Star last time out and won a stakes race, and More Spirit, who won the Met Mile in a romp. That's 6 top-class older horses trained by Baffert. By the way, stay tuned for take a look back at drf.com a little bit later today. There could be some news with regards to Cupid. He was originally being pointed to the Grade 2 Suburban on July 8th in New York. Early reports are that he might not make the trip, so check back to drf.com for some news regarding Cupid. He may have had a setback. That is unconfirmed. In the meantime, it's the Precisionist Stakes, and Collected, well, he also had a setback. He won the Grade 2 Californian on April 22nd at Santa Anita, and I was all set to pick him in the Gold Cup the next month, but he went flat on Baffert. Baffert did not like the way that he trained, and so he held Collected out of the Gold Cup. Turns out he didn't need him because Cupid won the race. But Collected is back. It's 2 months since his most recent start, no problem. He's back training well, and his win in the Californian was validated when Follow Me Krev, the runner-up from the Californian, returned to finish second in the Gold Cup, and he might have given Cupid a battle if he had not been completely butchered at the break. Follow Me Krev came back to finish second in the Gold Cup, validating the form of the Californian. I think Collected, he's out, obviously the horse to beat. Not so sure about 4-5, whether that represents any value. It does with Battle of Midway and the Affirmed, but perhaps not with Collected. Baffert also starts Cat Burglar, a 7-year-old with good numbers. He's earned a handful of triple-digit Beyer speed figures, and yet he has never won a graded stakes race. Anytime Baffert has 2 horses in the race, you know they are both live. And at 9-2 on the morning line, maybe you could do worse than shop for a price with Cat Burglar, who's my third selection. Second choice is Accelerate, who finished second last time out in a 3 other than. That allowance race was validated when Danzig Candy went to Lone Star and won a graded stakes down in Texas. Collected, the horse to beat. Accelerate, second choice in the Precisionist. Battle of Midway, the standout in the Affirmed. I can't sign off without at least giving some sort of price to bet on the Saturday card. So in race number 8, I do like a horse by the name of Unapologetic. Watch his trip last time out, and you be the judge whether or not he had a fair chance. He finished third. He didn't get beat by very far. I think he's a better horse than that race made him look. And Unapologetic, in race number 8, he is listed at 5-1. It's a better price than either Battle of Midway or Collected. So let's get Battle of Midway home in the Affirmed, Collected in the Precisionist, and then cash a real bet at 5-1 on Unapologetic in race number 8. I'm Brad Free. Thanks for watching.